At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance, we are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. Sorry, I was running a bit late there. Was watching the captain and the crew over there on Discord Syndicate. Lost track of time. You know how it goes. It's Friday night, and you know what? Things happen. We got kids running around, and lots of stuff. Just chaos, but let's check the bubbles here. The favorites here, pretty much all the coins I own across all my platforms, all my portfolios. And we got the real world asset, tokenization of asset coins bucking the trend. Stronghold, Polymath, Velo. And then we got our baby HEX up 9%. Let's go. Relio, Sologenics. But everything else is pretty much down in the same narrative. So that's all right. It's the weekend. Things usually kind of stay quiet. We didn't get the ETF approval news this week. I think it's going to come next week. I said January 8th, about a month and a half ago. And I think we are right on pace for that. So really looking forward to that, guys. I think we're going to get one last little pump up here. And then from there on, I think Bitcoin's going to get back into the mid 30s. And as we head to March, the debt restructuring, I think there's going to be some banking issues. And then after the smoke and the destruction, the Phoenix rises, the new consolidated banks, I would say that I think the goal is to slice it down to as many or as little banks as possible and have direct access to the Fed. Where they have on-demand liquidity, instant liquidity from the Federal Reserve, and that prevents any kind of run or liquidity crisis or any the issues that pretty much brought down Silicon Valley Bank and some of the banks that had problems. And they blamed crypto, of course, but that's not the problem. There's 700 banks right now that are running at insolvencies, and it's only a matter of time before that bubble pops and we see a big problem. And I just think that's going to happen around March. I think it was Janet Yellen was talking about how she is all about consolidation in the banking sector. So they know it's coming. And I think a sign is going to be when they ban Congress from trading stocks. That's going to be the top of the market, and it's going to get fugly from there. Pretty much, it's going to look like the Richard Hart ecosystem. But, eHEX, I don't know how. Never mind. Sorry, that's PHEX. Everything's down here. eHEX is green. But it's clear now that Pulsechain, HEX, XRP, the other utility coins, ALGO, they're kind of lagging the market. And that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. That's kind of a good thing. Now I can take profits from some of these other coins and put them into Pulse and HEX. From outside the ecosystem. Some of these coins on HBAR that have been pumping. Some of these stellar altcoins that have been pumping. Take some of those profits, put them into HEX, put them into Pulsechain. It's kind of like a stable coin at this point. You might lose 5% or 10%, but it's not going to lose 40 or 50, I don't think. I think we're near the bottom for the ecosystem. And I just think we got to give Richard that year. He told us we need a year to shake all of the baby, weak, lettuce hand paper-handed assholes out. So I'm going to give Richard that year. I'm not going to panic at all, and we'll readjust. And I think by then the halving will have happened, and this space moves so fast. It's going to feel like a different world come May. We're going to look back at the turn of the start of the year, and we were talking about the ETF approvals and laugh because of how much shit has happened. I'm really excited. Guys, another gem here. That's what I do, is give you guys the best plays around in the ecosystems outside of HEX. I do research every day on utility coins and just stuff that is trending or comes across my radar. People are always sending me projects. What do you think about this? Take a look at this. So Veracity is one that is not going to remain down here for much longer. So, I'm going deep now. I got this stochastic RSI up here. I don't even know what the hell this is on here for, but on the daily, I'm looking at it like this thing has bottomed. I don't think there's a chance this thing runs down any further. It could, but every time we've been down here, we've seen green in the chart. And Veracity, guys, you can stake it for 15%. I have my bag staked on here in the Vera wallet. VeraWallet.io. Right here. You can buy it on Uniswap. It's on Kanga Exchange. I'm here. For the 816 of you that are here right now, I'm going to give you this gem. Kanga Exchange. Something's going on. I think there's some kind of correlation with Richard Hart on this thing. What exchange here literally has my portfolio listed on their exchange? Who has Zen on their exchange? Who has Creo? Who has DYDX, eHEX, Fame, Gala, GMX, Gods Unchained, Pulsechain, Alluvium, Immutable X, Jasmy? That's the other gem here. So I started an account on this site, Kanga Exchange. Kanga.exchange. And I wanted to get this token. I don't even know what it's at now. I bought 100 of them at $1.98, I think. It looks like it's at $2.31 right now. It was about a month or so ago. Yeah, around $2. Yeah, around $1.98. That's about right. So I bought 100 of those and I staked them on here because they have Creo staking too. Who would have thought? Almost 12% on Creo. So all of us that got into this early and have bags that are up 10x, if not more, I think this is a good place to potentially stick some of it. I don't use exchanges, but there's something that's different about this one. And I think moving forward in the future, we're going to start to see these decentralized exchanges, kind of like Bank Social, that I'm going to talk about this weekend. I'm streaming on Sunday with a crypto troll. He's an H-bar. I don't know what, I'm trying to think of what the best word is. H-bar, not gem hunter, but like he digs up the dirt and the research and finds the gravy that you like to see, the stuff that makes people bullish. So I'm streaming with him on Sunday. So I'm really looking forward to that. But this Kanga Exchange, guys, there's something here. I mean, just the list of coins they have. Nakamoto on here. They have Zen on Optimism, Pulse X, Radio Kaka. Love that coin. It's a gaming coin down like 98% from its all-time high. Not very many coins looking like that chart. Vela on Arbitrum. Velo, our favorite coin on Stellar. Look at this shit, up 17%. And then shout out to Chris Teller. He was telling me about this coin. He's like, bro, you got to look at Teller. And it was like $20, I want to say. And of course, I just like ignored it, didn't pay attention. And look what happens. Oh, maybe this wasn't it. No, this one wasn't Teller. Sorry, I'm thinking of Telos, maybe. I can't even remember. There's so many different chains out. But the selection that's on this exchange, something here makes me think that there's a some kind of tie to Richard Hart, some kind of tie to Hexagon, some kind of tie to the ecosystem. You know, I don't think it's coincidence. And there's the list of coins they have on here. Just if you're looking for an exchange, you know, I have my Kanga staked on here. And I don't think I have anything else on here. I can't even remember, to be honest with you. I think I bought one other coin. Oh, yeah, Jasmy, duh. Yeah, wow, duh. So, yeah, Jasmy's another gem, guys. Tokenization of assets. So, yeah, there we go. I bought 0.1 ETH worth of Jasmy on here. 40,000 of them. And I'm just holding them. Like, this is the stuff you do, guys. When there's nothing going on, you come and you find the utility coins, the coins that are making real world partnerships, that are working with banks all over Japan. Jasmy. They call Jasmy the Bitcoin of Japan. That's the name for this coin over there. And they love their tech. They love their phones. They're obsessed. So to not have Jasmy on your radar might be a mistake. So I'm just giving, and Kanga, the exchange, the coin for this exchange. You know, the staking isn't much, but I have mine in here. It's at like 3% a year or something. I mean, wow, I've earned almost one coin. You know, I might actually move this off because and the great thing about this is when you withdraw. So that there's Kanga on here, right? I can choose if I want to have it on ETH or Polygon, and the fee is way less on Matic. So you just check to see, make sure there's liquidity, and even if there's no liquidity on like Uniswap or one of those dexes, you just send it to your other wallet and then just send it back if you want to trade it to this exchange. But the fact that this exchange is new and they have their OTC counter, they have a loan program, a launch pad coming. Like, I don't know what this is. This is no exchange I've ever seen before. Oh, wow. So they had holy shit. They had Creo. Oh, my God. Goo God, we fucked up, bro. They had Creo engine in here at 0.002. 3x. Oh, we got in at 006. So 2.5x less than we got in. 5,700%, bro. Look at that. That's crazy. So they have all of these here. I wonder if there's any coming up. But that's awesome. Place your bids. Place your bids on it. And then they have their swapping, obviously, their staking. But guys, it's just unique. You know, I haven't seen much like this. And then to have Pulsechain and Hex and all these coins on here, I don't know. Am I onto something or am I just a conspiracy theorist? Time will tell. So, but back to, Veracity, guys, another gem. You know, what they're doing with VeraViews, man, guys, this thing is going to, I think, be massive. I really do. This thing is, wow, what is wrong with my computer? Sorry, it's like freaking out over here. I don't know if I need more slack. By 2023, advertisers' total loss to ad fraud could skyrocket to $100 billion. But there's a solution. VeraViews, the most powerful, transparent, and audible advertising ecosystem for preventing ad fraud. So there's like a 97% guarantee rate that a human is going to watch your ad. So this is going to be huge in the future. Yeah, 97.5%. So if I want to do an advertisement for Vibra Finance and I'm doing it all over the internet, you know, there's guys that get bots through them so I don't have to watch them. Brave Browser eliminates them all. But this here, with whatever they do, it guarantees a human is watching. And these guys are going to be working with YouTube, Instagram, and the social media platforms. So I think this thing has such a big potential, guys. With transparent, invalid traffic tracking for publishers, VeraViews is the most powerful solution for preventing fraud. Leverage AI-based scoring that incorporates the data to determine the validity of ad views. Jesus, that's a tongue twister. So, guys, this is going to be massive. This is front running a narrative, a potential use case with partnerships, everything. The tokenomics are incredible now. They just burned a shitload of the supply, and you can stake it and get 15%. I've had mine staked now for over a year, and here's a gem for you. There's 20 people in here watching right now, so you guys deserve the gems. Instead of watching the same shit or come to my paid group, which, yeah, we have a paid group for $200, and I guarantee you everyone in there has already made $200 or gotten close to their value already, and we will make sure of that. So I'll give away everything for free. Like, I want all you guys to win. What up, Goo God? Let's go. P-Dye to $1. Oh yeah, let's check and see what's going on in Dex Screener. So Veracity, guys, that's a gem that's sitting at half a penny, and you can stake it and earn 15%. Another banger incoming. What up, Willie B? You know it. Caparanga, good to see you. A good buddy from DGen Roundtable, Josh, is doing a spot. There you go. Godfather J6, Hex Glenn, Bobby, let's go. I was thinking about you, Bobby, earlier, and it takes everybody a full cycle to know what the hell they're doing, to understand the market, to not worry that stuff is going to get, it's not going to be all right. Like, if I was the slightest bit worried, I would be telling you guys, oh man, I'm really nervous about this. I don't know. It's not looking good. That's why I choose to talk about the coins that have utility, the stuff on XLM, the stuff on HBAR, the Caspers, the XDCs, the real DeFi on Pulsechain, which if they try to stomp out DeFi and make it illegal, people are going to flock to it 10 times more. So they can't do that. They're not going to do that. Institutional DeFi is coming. They just need regulations for it to come out. And that's going to come by the end of this year or in 2025. And that's going to be the aha moment that we made it. When we can bridge over some of our profits from P-Dye. It's pumping like crazy right now. Shout out to Shaq out there. I know you're watching this on the replay or you're here. So P-Dye, right? This thing comes up and goes to $1, and you have 100,000 of them. So now you got 100 grand. You can then bridge it over to Ethereum, and then from there, you could take it and just so many options are there for you. So we're going to be able to, for like Fidelity, right? So you bridge it over, you have your USDC goes from Pulse onto Ethereum, and now it's sitting in your MetaMask wallet. You go and choose to log into Fidelity. You start an account over there, and yeah, maybe I want to spend $10,000 and buy a timeshare at a hotel or something like that, or a part of a condo. And now I can start earning passive income from that. Guys, the stuff that's coming is going to be insane. I can't wait for it. So just don't let people FUD you out. Like, we are in for the most exciting times, and we deserve it for the insane bear market we just made it through. How are the fees on Kanga? Really cheap, Bobby. Really cheap. Really cheap. Ever since Pulse Community went to IFPS, their links on PulseS Bridge is sketchy. Yeah, bro, it's sketchy. And, like, even though it works, right? Like, you go to this PulseX here, and if you're not already connected, you got to go and, like, hit that little link, and then you got a little thing up here that's saying you're on the iCloud, and, people start to get sketched out. And I don't like it either, bro. They're going to have trouble, but these are things that Richard had, their little tricks up his sleeve that he has, little updates. Oh, new UI fixed on PulseX. No more whatever. It's just little things he can use to brag or flex. So I'm not really worried about it yet. He said we have a year to shake everyone out. So I'm going to give him the year, give him till after the halving. And if things don't change by then yeah, maybe I'll start to shift my opinion. But we're diversified here. We're spread out across all the utility coins, all of the plays I think are going to be around for 20, 30, 40 years. The coins you're going to be able to give to your grandkids. Those are the ones that I want you guys to be looking at. You know, Stronghold, Velo, Relio, XDC, Casper, Quant, Flare, Corium, Veracity, Saucer Swap. You know, those type plays. And once you start doing research into them, everybody that has bought in the coins and done the research after, you know, once you get to know me and trust me, everyone that I talk to calls me or says, "Hey man, what do you think? What should I buy?" Okay, cool. And they just trust what I say. And you start building these relationships with people. You guys start to realize that I give you the best coins out here. I will put my portfolios up against anyone else's out there. And if other people's beat me, then I want to work with them. I want to talk to them and figure out what they did, what their strategies are, and learn from them. What up, O-Rez? Zoom. It's not so bad. Pulse going to replace ETH in 10 years. I would love that. We'll all be rich as hell. Late night, I like it. Yeah, bro. Thoughts on Centrifuge? Bro, I don't even know what it is. I don't know how bad I just embarrassed myself, but I ain't going to say I know what something is if I never heard of it. I don't know anything about it. Looks like same thing. Looks like yep. All October, September. All right, so it started bounce. All right, September. Oh, the bottom. Wow, a little earlier bottom. So this was one of the coins started moving on Moonbeam. All right, real world DeFi. Working with Aave, the platform for on-chain finance. Capital DeFi. How it works. I like this, bro. I like this right here, DGen. I like this. I like it. Here we go. There you go. This is why small channels like this that are shadow banned as hell. I get 10 subscribers a week. Every week I get 10 subscribers, no matter what. It's so funny. But this is how there's alpha. No trolls in here. And all of us just learning from each other, bouncing stuff back off each other. Like, this is the value, guys, right here. Like, you won't find very many streams like this out here, where I'm gonna give you every single thing that's on my radar. You know, let's see what's in the. So we got PDI, Atropa, PZen pumping like hell because the X1 stuff. So I actually have some mints on. I don't know how many of you guys know about this. If anyone, it's called Zell Crypto, right? So you could come on here and you mint this Zell coin, but you also mint Zen Classic too. So I have a bunch of them that I did, a couple months ago, and they actually they put this disclaimer up here saying, "Oh yeah, on November 15th, we'll stop supporting Pulsechain data." So I was like, "Oh my god, I can't claim it. What's going to happen?" Nothing happened. I was able to claim my first mint. I did a short one just for 2 weeks or 40 days, I think is the shortest, to make sure it worked, and I got like 300 million coins or something like that. Well, you could see in 379 days is my last one, but I'm getting 2, 4, 6, 8, almost over 10 billion Zen Classic. So right in like January of 2025, at the peak of the bull market, I'll be getting a shitload of Zen Classic on here. And I think I spent like 100,000 Pulsechain maybe to do these. Yeah, 104K Pulsechain. And I've already gotten 300 million. I don't know how much that's worth, but it's not much now, but it's just cool. These are little hacks right here. Bobby, I was a big sack for Pulse and Pulse X. The UI must be fit. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, D-Gen, this is a gem, bro. Centrifuge, I like it. The market cap, is it a little high? This is definitely one to probably BTFD. Ran up to 80 cents. Now we're down at 70. So I would love to scoop this thing up down at 30 cents. But yeah, bro, appreciate that. D-Gen, collect your diamonds, guys. Always. I don't know what they are, but they could be worth something in the future if you're early and you get them. So, yeah, Zen, holy shit. Oh, so P-Zen. Okay, that's Zen Classic. And then Chainlink 2 was moving on Pulse. I don't know why, but mine's stuck on Staker app. I can't get mine out. My wrap Bitcoins are on there. So it's not much. It's only like 5 Bitcoins and maybe 20,000 link. So it's just little pleb shit. But it's just the point that it's frozen on Staker app. And I got a lot of family in there and friends onboarded in there. So it's just disappointing to see. Frax shares, 25%. Got to be because P-Dye and Atropa. Yep, that's Hart's Law right there. Frax shares, super low liquidity. But the biggest pairs, I think, are with P-Dye and Atropa. And you see, once those pump, Hart's Law pulls that right up with it. Kind of want the ETF to get rejected. It goes against everything. Yeah, bro. But either way, Thomas, I think if it gets rejected right now, we would just crash quicker. When it gets approved, I think we're gonna get a little move up, and then a little alt season for 2 weeks, and then people are gonna get euphoric, and that's when it's gonna get ugly. So I think either way, we're going down in a couple weeks. So the approval, it's just delaying that by a little bit. And it's going to just crush some longs when people start getting excited. So Teddy, I'm glad Teddy's moving. I know a lot of people have a big bag of Teddy that I know. So seeing it up from this bottom here, 4 or 5x, that I'm glad, because people were starting to get nervous. And then P-Dye and Atropa, guys, like all mine is in LP. I was steadily buying Teddy Bear with profits. So I think I have like $500 in Teddy, maybe. I think before the pumps, I maybe had like $110 or something. Maybe not even. It was maybe $80, so it wasn't much. So I definitely started adding into Teddy, and then my P-Dye and Atropa, I got a decent amount in LP, so hopefully that's making some money. And then, yeah, Vortex doing its thing. The new Pulse Lorian coin, RFX, is doing really well. Finally bottomed, which was good to see. It was starting to look ugly here in early December. People were fudding it like crazy. And I was hoping people didn't just dump all out of it. And it's good to see, because he's a nice guy. He means well. He works hard. And if projects fail, they fail. That's the risk you have to take. You have to have balls to launch a project. And if it doesn't go well, you're going to take a lot of shit. Oh, you're a scammer. You launched a rug pull. Well, no, it's not a rug pull. If it's a project that didn't go well, and then some people just start to sell, and then people start to get panicked, and then everyone just starts rushing out the door, it looks like a rug pull on the chart, but it really wasn't. It was a project that didn't go like planned, and once people start to leave, it just crashes. And there's a difference between a failed project that crashed and a rug pull. So it pisses me off when people act like they're the same thing. So I know how hard it is to put your face out here and come out here as a small project, try to pitch it to people when no one wants to even talk to you. So I can't imagine how hard that is. So that's why I try to give everyone a voice that comes on there, hits me up and asks if they can come on stream. It's like, yeah, sure, you can come on and talk to the 30 people that are gonna watch, but more than welcome. But I'm sorry, I wish I could get you 75 or 100 people watching, but I don't know. It is what it is. We're just so shadow banned. And I don't know if it's just bad the times that I stream at, the stuff I cover, people just don't want to hear about other projects. And it's not like they're just random projects. Like, these are projects where I've spent hours and hours and hours researching. So this shit as I talk about, like centrifuge, like I'm gonna go, like I'll go down a rabbit hole probably tonight for like an hour just looking at centrifuge and who they're working with, partners in real life, who that they're doing stuff with, going on their blog and checking that out and seeing what's going on. All right, so check out the news up here. Here we go, the blog right here. So 3 articles from the last month and a half. No, sorry, 6 of them. So I'll come in, read all these. So here we go. Polka. Oh yeah, Poets on Moonbeam, duh. But that's what I do. And then I'm sure after doing this research, you come and you find, oh wow, they're working with this company. And oh my God, that company, I recognize them. They're working with those guys doing this over here. And you just start connecting the dots and you start making mental notes. And then after years and years and years, things just start becoming apparent. And then you stumble into Kanga Exchange here and you say, holy shit, they have Pulsechain. They have all of the DGen gaming coins. Like, this is the best list of coins on an exchange I've ever seen. I didn't have to KYC to get money on here. I got my Kanga staked. And look at this. You can sell cryptos at Blick-enabled ATMs through Kanga. Like, these guys are crushing it. Like, it's endless, the shit that they have. And this is just an exchange. And once this happens, guys, look at these companies that are going to have the ETFs. And imagine when 5% of all the money these guys manage gets invested into ETFs. It's going to get crazy. Your buddy works for them. They got a lot of stuff coming. Bro, DGen, I would love, if your buddy would be able to come on stream, I would love to talk to him, bro, about just the real world asset, what he works on, how he sees this company or the industry or this niche of the market playing out and growing over the next couple years. Like, that's the shit that fascinates me. Like the stuff I'm going to talk about tonight. Propy, this is one of the tokenization, real world asset, real estate plays I've been telling you guys about. And I did my stream on tokenization and asset plays, real world asset plays, like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago. And Propy was one of the ones I had on there of like 8 coins. And sure enough, it was like 25 cents. And 2 weeks later, the Coinbase stuff came out and the thing shot up to 90 cents overnight. So I sold 80% of it at 90 cents and rebought my bag at 60. So made a nice little profit there. And now, these guys here, so I actually was a real estate agent. I'm not anymore. But real estate on the blockchain, like, this is the future, guys. And these are the projects I'm showing you because they're going to be used in the real world. It's not like, oh yeah, Adam, he's just talking about this meme coin or this shit project that is going to, try to make some money. The founders are going to dump on you and then they're going to get out. Like, no, all this shit is going to be around. And these guys here, they launching Propy keys live on base. So I guess you can come and wherever you live, your house, your address, you can connect and you can mint an NFT for your own property. How sick is that? So I'm going to actually retweet this right now. Quote, for the 20 people who watch my beta on stream tonight. There we go. So you can mint the world. Mint the first address in a metropolitan, share it on X, and receive Propy Keys mayor status. Receive $5,000 in Propy. Get the reward for minted addresses 100, 1,000, 10,000 after you share on X. Get a free address. If your invite code is used to mint an address, you get a free one. Rules are valid in the next 10 days. Get the guide and code for the beta in the comments and start minting. So go to your MetaMask or Coinbase, find it in the browser, add Propy to MetaMask, which I already have the coins. So to check your NFT, go to DApp here. So this is just cool, guys. Like, I'm going to look at this and try to figure out how to do it. I don't have a base account, though, so that could be a problem. But if any of you guys want to do this, I think it's cool as shit. Pulse forward. On where? On Twitter? On what site? I use dark mode on on Deck Screener. So yeah, guys, this Propy shit's real cool, man. You can mint the NFT for your address, and like, who knows where this shit could go in the future? But it's like, you gotta take risks. You gotta go against the grain. You got to do shit that everyone else isn't telling you about. You got to feel uncomfortable about doing it. That's where the money's made, the big profits. It's not when, crypto banter or whoever is telling you about the shit on stream. It's too late at that point. But just really cool. Oh, let me arrange something with him. I'll let you know. Yeah, DGen, that's awesome, bro. Like, Centrifuge Air, that shit looks really cool. And I would love to just to talk to him about where he sees the industry going and stuff. What's up with Creed on H bars, 200%? It's just a meme coin, bro. There's like Grelk, Sauce Inu. Awesome. I wanted to mint Zen Classic on Pulsechain. Yeah, bro. I couldn't figure it out either. I was like, how the hell is this supply keep increasing of Zen Classic? I was like, they did the snapshot and it was dead over here. So I was just digging around, and yeah, this Zell.crypto shit still works too. So the Zell is worthless. There's no money in it. I think it's just a dead coin, and they did this front end. So, it's kind of like the tax. You eat the Zell and you pay them, whatever, 20,000, 30,000. I think it was 20,000 a mint. And then you get your built 2 billion Zen Classic, which I don't know what it's worth, but I thought it was pretty cool. And I did a couple, and yeah, it is what it is. What up, Rags? There we go. The fucking legend. Literally the best streamer in the Hex community, the Pulse, the Texan community, like, hands down. Like, the fact that Rags doesn't have the following of, like, fucking disgraced Ben Armstrong and his little boyfriend that they stream with now. And the moon, Carl from the moon, exactly as predicted. That's the world we live in, folks. But you know me, I focus on the utility gems, the stuff that is gonna not just disappear, the shit that's gonna grow in the future. And the Bank of Spain here at Hara wins the contract for wholesale CBDCs. So just more connections with Ripple behind the scenes with Finality, who won the contract for the Bank of Spain. Not really a big deal. Obviously we know this stuff is coming. The ECB, the BIS, they all work with Ripple. It is what it is. Tokenized deposits, all that good stuff. And the vision of trading digital securities cross-border on the public blockchain. And the first thing that caught my eye here is SBI. And if you guys knew, this is one of the only stocks that I own. It's SBI Japan, and they're tied in with Ripple and tied in with Jasmy big time. That real world assets coin I was telling you about on Kanga Exchange earlier. So there's something going on with these guys, and they're now crushing it over here. DBS Bank and Japan's SBI are pretty much running the show. Project Guardian is coming out in Singapore, and Ripple has their ties in all that. And I don't think it's coincidence that we're like 3 months from the halving, and the Ripple stock on Link 2 is all sold out. They've always had another series within a week when the previous one sold out, and the fact that there isn't one, it's like, okay, I think this was the last round because they let non-accredited investors in for about 2 months and that was surprising, and I'm kind of glad they did that. And I think it was I think it was a charitable move for XRP holders who think it's going to $589. I think they're going to be in for a rude awakening when the Ripple stock outperforms XRP, and XLM is the one that actually steals the thunder, and Flare is the oracle where people bridged in all their Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and now as F assets, they have DeFi and smart contracts and the ability to earn yield, which is game changing. So I think Flare is going to be more valuable than Chainlink in the future. I really do. Just because of these decentralized liquidity pools that are open sourced. It's going to incentivize hedge funds and big money to come into them. It only makes sense. If you can find these yields and these pools that actually grow in yield as more money comes in, that's not what we're used to now. You know, if you look at the APYs on some of the pools across Saucer Swap and PulseX, they're like in single digits. Now, imagine if the more money that came in, those yields grew. And that's what is going to be a game changer for Flare and allegedly the XRP ledger, which is what David Schwartz has been working on for 10 years. But I just feel like the XRPL is like the duper's delight. And all of the actual stuff is going to happen over on Flare and on XLM. Because it makes me curious with all of these XRP guys, XRP to 589, XRP is going to be the world reserve currency. XRP is going to be backed by gold. XRP, you hear the craziest shit. But why isn't there one person out there saying it for Stellar? How come there's not some guy out there telling you Stellar's going to be backed by gold? Stellar's going to be the world reserve currency. Stellar's going to $7 million a coin. It's just weird that there's not one of those people out there that I can find. It's like, are the XRP retards being paid to shill this stuff and tell these guys and just pump them full of hopium? Or are there NDAs and stuff over here on this side where you can't even touch it? And no one's going to pay you to do it. So who's going to waste their time making videos that are just, pure clickbait? So I think that there's the duper's delight going, and then the Ripple stock going to non-accredited investors for a little bit. I've never seen that, where you have access to these unicorn companies, which are $1 billion or more valuations. And that's all Link2 works with. So they've never had that option for any other product on here. Every single one of them. Oh, wow, the website looks way better now. Every single other one is, you have to be accredited. But for Ripple, they opened it up. And that's awesome. I'm so glad that you guys were able to get in. I know Willie B got in. I know Goo God got in. Another couple of my other friends got in. And I hope as many of you as possible did. Because I really think that that's going to be a stock where it might be volatile when it comes out. But you know what? It's going to launch it. I think at least a 10x from where you guys got in at $50. So if it launches at 500, I think, you sell a little bit, buy the dip, and then reassess. We saw it with Coinbase. It was $18 or something on here, launched at 360, and then went to $40. So, guys, it's just we're so far ahead over here. And remember, for you guys that have been watching for a while, I've been talking about CBDCs and how they were an epic failure in China. The digital yuan, they were cheering when they did the amount of volume that in 2 years, the amount of volume they did was equivalent to 1/2 of a day of Tether's volume. So it was a complete joke. No one was using it. And then we saw in Nigeria, too, it was an epic failure. The last time I was talking about it, they were looking for solutions on how they were going to incentivize people to start using it. Well, now they're just moving in a different direction. And they are forming a consortium to launch a Naira stablecoin. And this includes Nigeria's biggest bank, Access. And also they're working with the Central Bank of Nigeria. So instead of the central bank just rolling out CBDCs and taking over everything, people said, screw this, we're not using it. And now, just by people saying no and not accepting it, they're now going to be meeting in the middle somewhere. And that's what you want to see. I think that's what's going to happen pretty much around the world. This stablecoin plans to launch on multiple blockchains, Polygon, Ethereum, and Tron. So it's interesting. They went from a CBDC with full control over everybody to now this right here. And then there's also 4 unconfirmed participants: Access Bank, Sterling Bank, Providus, and First Bank. I don't know, a couple of them, as well as payment providers, CorePay, InterSwitch, and BudPay. And like these little payment providers, like these are the companies that are going to be using Stronghold and Velo and some of these smaller projects. So that's why it's so key to find the ones that have partnerships with companies that are in the same ballpark, in the same niche of the market. And then if you look far enough, there could be NDAs in place. You just never know. I feel like everyone, if you're in, I don't know, if you're a dentist, and you are in Ohio, you're going to know all the dentists around you. If you're a plumber in upstate New York, you're going to know most of the plumbers in your area. That's just how it is. So I feel like it's the same way in crypto. If you're doing payments for banks, how many other projects are really working on that? So the last thing here. Meanwhile, Nigeria's CBDC has experienced slow progress. The IMS suggests offering better FX rates for remittances as one of the incentives for wider adoption. In October, the central bank responded to complaints that the CBDC might impact financial stability. So, guys, it's not happening. They're not going to shove these CBDCs down our throat. They're going to all be an offer here in the United States. They're going to tell you, oh, yeah, close down your old bank account and come use these CBDCs. We'll give you extra food rations, or we'll give you some extra bugs, or you'll be able to get 2 less jabs this year. Or you can use it to go to whatever it's going to be. It's going to be a bribe. And if you're smart enough to see through it and not take it and not live in debt and live out of your means to where at any point stuff that's, can happen to you because you're held hostage by the system. But if you're not in debt and you're free and clear, a lot of these burdens that handcuff you, these things aren't as scary as you think. And I really think that we're going to see this rolled out as stimulus, maybe as Medicaid, as welfare, as Section 8 payment, stuff like that, where people that are already reliant are going to get it. And then from there, it's going to start with the really poor people, and then it's going to be an offer. All right, now, if you've been struggling lately, you feel like Oliver Anthony just resonates with you, and that song, it's a damn shame for people like me and people like you making $20 an hour. Well, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Just close down your bank account, stop working, and we'll give you $30 an hour as long as you go and help out at the migrant housing, that construction that's being built down there, and then come over here and help out at the sodomy parade day, and then come over and, fix some bugs up for the homeless. Like those are the offers that are going to be there, I think. And people there's just so many people with mental health problems that can't work. And they're going to just say, watch Netflix all day. Here's your CBDCs. You can only spend it at the gym. You could spend it at this store, and this store. But other than that, you're all set. And it's going to all be an offer. So you can kind of see it right now from a mile away how they're going to roll this stuff out. But it is what it is, guys. We're going to be smart enough to stay away from it and not fall victim to it. Those Nigerians were burning down the banks when they're trying to push those CBDCs. Good for them, bro. And the Western news didn't report on it at all. That's crazy, Rag. I didn't know that, Rags, because I was paying attention and just watching the headlines that was coming out of it. And I just saw all along that it was a disaster. People were not falling for it. They didn't want our public seeing the effects. That's funny. I wonder how long before, if like Ron DeSantis and who was it down there? Someone, I think it was someone in tech. I don't forget. But the other guy that was like, yeah, we're banning CBDCs. No way they're coming here. I wonder if it was right after that it started happening. They saw it and were like, oh, shit, if this gets out here, we got to get ahead of this. That's so funny. But it's good to see, though, bro. If they couldn't do this in China and Nigeria, they're not going to be able to do it here. No way. Love me some extra bug rations. Yeah. Tax refunds will. Yep. That could be it, too, Thomas. Exactly. Little things like that where even if they don't do it, they say, okay, you can have your tax refunds, into your bank account. Or if you do it with CBDCs, you can get it early. Instead of waiting till now June for regular people, if you want the CBDC one with an extra 15% in January, well, that's how I think it's going to be. But I could be wrong. FedNow app to be pushed to the port. Bro, the FedNow app, Willie, the shit that happened, Ted Cruz. Yeah, right, Ted Cruz. Yep. So this is criminal. I mean, Rags probably knows about this. So what they did, FedNow, to acquire the technology that Silvergate Bank had, they were the ones that controlled the clearinghouses for all the exchanges behind the scenes. So, people were moving money out of Binance or out of FTX or over to Kraken or to Gemini. They were able to settle all after hours instantly on demand liquidity. And they threw them in with Silicon Valley Bank, who was, obviously insolvent, and they had to shut down, but they pretty much forcefully stole their technology. They forced them to shut down, and then that clearinghouse that they had, it went to the bridge bank that the Fed, they set up for when banks get taken or bought out or whatever. They go into this bridge bank temporarily, and guess where it got given to? FedNow. So now FedNow has all of that technology. Oh no, sorry, not Silvergate Bank, Signet. Signature Bank. Sorry, Silvergate and Silicon Valley were the two that were actually defunct, and Signature Bank was the one that they stole Signet from, and now FedNow has that technology. And it's like, this shit is so criminal when you see actually what happens behind the scenes, but no one talks about it, or nobody ever mentioned it anywhere. And it's like, it's a shame. But you know what, guys? That's where, if you can see what's happening, you can front run it and make money off of it. And then we can take that money and build our own communities, our own supply chains, our own Texas. It's not out of the world of possibility. But this is the last thing. This is for you, Goo God. I wanted to show you this. So this Shibar, this coin over here, what you can do is you just, all you gotta do is connect to your Hashpack wallet, and then you can just flip heads or tails. So you can bet up to $1 million. So we'll do 250K, and we'll do tails because tails never fails. So you just click flip coin. Oh wait, am I not connected? Yeah, I don't know if I lost connection or what the hell happened, but it's really cool, bro. Oh yeah, I only logged this out. You're gonna love this, bro. It's a meme coin over here on Hedera, and it definitely it's moving a little bit the last couple of days. All right, I don't want to bet that much. 250. on tails. Flip coin. There we go. And then you just approve it in your wallet. And it just spins it. It's cool. So there we go. So we're either going broke. Well, I mean, it's like $4 or $5, I think. Oh, shit. Are we going to win? You win. Let's go. Let's go. Gambling can be good or it can be bad, Thomas. When you win, gambling's good. But this is, yeah, bro, this is Shibar right here. Yeah. So you can just bet, bro. It's cool. So obviously I'm done now. I won 250,000 and I'm out. So you can hit and run this and then it's nice. Oh yeah, guys, Lunar Crush. This is the last thing. You guys know about this site where you can search all the different cryptos and see how they're doing with their social accounts. So we'll search HEX. And then it brings up everything HEX related on here. Well, they now have this new AI platform that's coming. So I got on the sign up sheet for it. And right here, save time and gain followers fast. AI thought starters on how, when, and what to post. So I don't know what it's going to be, but I guess it tells you what to post, gives you recommendations, all that stuff. And I joined the wait list because I have 2,000 coins staked, which is like, I don't know, $200. I think it's like 10 cents, not even. And when you do that, you get the $50 a year membership that you have to pay for, the top tier one. And it's just free for doing that. So I'm leaving it staked and I'm going to get on this. I'll let you guys know how it is. I tried to connect YouTube, but it's getting blocked. I got to do it in a different browser. But this is going to be really cool. So I joined this wait list. And then there was another one too that another thing that, for creators here. There's a creator platform where you could see what everyone's doing. And it's just a cool little concept of what to do or of what's going on, what people are talking about. And there's some kind of new platform that's coming that I'm on the wait list too for. So it's just cool. It gives you an idea for what's going on around the socials. And then they have a coin. Lunar Crush is the LUNR. And this thing, 5 cents. So right now, to get 2,000 of them costs you $104. But this thing was gone nuts, guys, a couple times in the summer. And even last year. Look at this. In the middle of the summer last year, I had it, and it was at 5 cents. It ran up to 40, maybe. Yeah, 46 cents. Right here. So it did an 8X in the middle of the bear market in 2022. All right. Yeah, that's the middle. That was the middle of the bear market for sure. And then again, earlier this year went from 4 cents all the way up to about 10. So it did a 2.5X, but this thing just pumps for no reason. I don't know why. And this thing was up at $11 when it launched. I don't think it'll ever get there, but who knows? Or no, sorry, $12 it launched, and it's at 5 cents now. So getting back to the all-time high, I think this coin is down more than Luna Classic from its all-time high. So it could be opportunity. I know I see a lot of people, just random influencers or streamers, go to this site and just check out what's going on here. So could be a gem out there, could not. But no, Goo God, you win Shibar. And then you can just swap the Shibar, obviously, for H-bar. So you can bet a maximum of 1 million, and $1 million is worth $10. So you can only bet $10 at a time. But imagine if this thing 10x's and you bet $1 million. There's $100 at a time you can bet. But yeah, guys, a bunch of cool stuff being built that's out here. A bunch of opportunity if you know where to look for it. And these meme coins on Hedera have been pumping like crazy. Gugad's been making a fortune. He's been telling me about all these ones I need to get into and get in, get out, but that's not really my style. I like more the utility. I got Sauce Inu over there on H-Bar. It's up by 6x by now, and I bought $60 worth. Now it's worth $350, so I don't ever have to sell. My entry point was so low. If it crashes 50%, I'm still up enough, and those are the coins that we find with the help of Goo God, with just the help of all the people I'm blessed to be able to talk to, network with, just like talk about all the different plays, pick their brains. And yeah, guys, I'm just so excited for this bull run. I've never felt more confident in the coins that we're in. We're positioned better than 99% of the people out there, and it's really going to show. I really believe it, that this is going to be the cycle for you guys that felt like you bought the top in HEX or Pulsechain didn't go right yet. That stuff will all come back, and the real world assets, tokenization of assets, it's going to be the narrative of this cycle. I really believe that. And if not, we're prepared for gaming. We're prepared for the AR, VR, NFT 2.0, the decentralized social media. We got Galaxy. We got Tune FM. Chris is telling you about Deso. So, and then guys, don't forget about Texan. Don't forget to support people that are trying to bring awesome change to hundreds of thousands of people's lives. So, yeah, Texan is definitely something you got to support. If there's a coin you do well on out there, take some profits and just buy a bag of it if you don't have it, even if it's $50. You know, you had your PDI, it pumped 50% today. Sell 2% and put it into Texan and support people that are doing good stuff out here for more than your bags. They're doing stuff for the real world, for people, and for our country. So that's what's important to me. Support the people that you value. Support the people that deserve it. And yeah, that's all I got. Privacy play is Jupiter. I'll check that out because I got to look at what was it, Convergent. I got to do a deep dive into that. So Jupiter and Convergent. Those are my homework for tonight. Hopefully you guys got some homework too. Veracity, a gem that you're probably sleeping on. Take a look at it. Get a bag and just lock it up. Stake it in the Vera wallet or just throw it on your ledger. Or buy a bag of Boner Inu. Peace.